Hey, what's up, my beautiful people, man? It's Ashton Williams coming to you again with another amazing episode of the Melanated Traveler. Got a special guest in the building, man. Me and his brother been rocking really for a few years now. You know what I'm saying? Like we always had that same mindset, that same level of looking for experiences, traveling the world. And one thing I'll say, y'all gonna learn this in the interview. This brother funny as hell too, man. He funny as hell. He got some stories to share today, man. But first and foremost, before we get started, I want to let y'all know, like, one of the things that, if you ever wanted to live that nomad life, if you ever wanted to live abroad, a lot of people on, Instagram or social media try to knock it, but guess what? You can do something that you're already doing, right? And that's teaching other people English, right? So you can actually, it's a program out there called Ninja Teacher. The link is gonna be down in the bio, where you can earn between $1,200 to $1,800 and even more, right? In Vietnam and Thailand, just to name a few, some of these Asian countries. So Ninja Teacher has two different types of programs. You can actually live in Vietnam and get trained there in Vietnam and get guaranteed a job in Vietnam once you finish after you get done, right? Or you can just do it online and then have the opportunity to find a job in the Asian country. I think that's a win-win, for those that's looking for opportunities. Not everybody is an entrepreneur. Not everybody is an investor, right? And that's okay. But there's a lane for everybody, and that's a lane for you, right? If you want to learn English, check out Ninja Teacher com. The link is going to be down in the bio. So without further ado, I just want to give this brother, man, his flowers when it's due. You know what I'm saying? All the way from the Republic of Newark, New Jersey. This brother is a self-published author. Pause. I do want to tell y'all about his book, man. Little Duffel Bag Boy. Introduction to Diabetes. Education for youngins. And I just want to share a story. I wanted to wait for us to get live. Like I actually had a health scare, bro. Like being growing up in South Louisiana, we used to eating a lot of seafood platters, a lot of rice, a lot of bread. I always get my blood work checked, and I kind of had a little scare earlier this year. My A1C was kind of high. I was in pre-diabetic range for type 2 diabetes myself. And you know what? I made a complete 360 lifestyle change, bro. Like, I don't drink anymore. I don't smoke anymore. I've been working out every day, 6 days a week. My glucose has been down and my A1C has been down. But the reason why I shared that is, brother, like what you doing, I know this not your first book and we're gonna get into it, but what you doing, brother, I definitely commend it. The type of message that you displaying to not only the black community but other kids around the world, man. I really do appreciate you for that. So not only is he an author, 15-year a school educator, aka he called himself the Connect Full guy. I'm gonna have to test that theory whenever we meet in person.
Oh yeah, I keep it on me.
He also calls himself the Clarina King. If y'all know anything about Clarina, man, hey, you can do your thing with it. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the
Absolutely.
limit with Clarina, you feel me?
Why pay all when you could pay later?
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. He also labels himself the first man born with a vasectomy.
They clip me at birth. They clip the umbilical. Then they clip me. Knock on wood. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah,
Ain't no slip ups, baby.
hell yeah.
No slip ups.
Hell yeah, man. And you know what? Like one of the things, first of all, you need to get this, slogan trademark. We both need to get our slogans trademark. But if y'all really pay attention to this, brother, all his social handles is gonna be down in the show notes here. I'll give him time to announce that too. But he always says, right, it's like, you can't spell travel without the T, the A, the R, the E, and the L. So without further ado, I want to welcome Mr. Tarel Naim Austin, man. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Ashton, what up, baby?
Man,
One
what's
of my
good?
favorite one of my favorite social media personalities and travel guys.
What's
What's
good, man?
going on, man?
Man, chilling, man. Let's just start there, man. Let's just dive into the mindset. Like, one thing that I can tell, especially I notice, like, and it's not saying that the brothers where I'm from don't have that confidence, the swag. No, but it seems like, man, that upper northeast coast, man, y'all brothers just got a different level of confidence. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I notice about you and your content, man. Like, just the level of confidence you have going into these countries solo. Where did that mindset come from, brother? That mindset to get out there and explore.
My this a line that I've been hearing from my father since I was a kid, and it's a real simple line. It's only like what it's three words: "Earth my turf." That's what my father used to say: "Earth my turf." Anywhere, what JG said, put me anywhere on God's green earth, I'll triple my work. So I just look at it like, you know what I mean? I was born in Newark, New Jersey, but I can make anywhere feel like home. You know what I mean? Put me in Idaho, put me in Iceland, put me in wherever. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta walk with confidence. Like first of all, you traveling solo. I'm traveling solo most of the time. People see me solo. Sometimes they could tell you not from there, or at least look like, at least don't like. I'm not trying to get tried or nothing. And I mean, I saying I'm not trying to get tried. So my thing, at least look like you belong there. Some people just totally look like they don't belong there, like everything about them. So my thing is like, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody thinking they could try me or nothing like that. I want you to look at me like, he's comfortable. You know what I mean? It's like, shit, you can walk past a dog, the toughest dog in the world. If he bark at you and you look that motherfucker straight, he'll stop barking. So it's just a more like I want you to know that I'm comfortable here and I am comfortable here. Earth my turf. That's how everybody should feel.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
You
So
know what I
like,
mean?
man, how you what actually, I'm pretty interested in this. Like, let's talk about like your first country that you ever visited, like overseas, like your first
Yeah.
international country.
My first country. First of all, this ain't even really. I don't even know if this count. This shit is like America Part Two. It was Toronto. It was Toronto.
Sick.
First, it was Toronto, and this was because you didn't say in the intro, but I also didn't. Let me put it out there. I'm also a flight attendant, y'all. I'm a flight attendant. You know what I mean? So before I even got my flight attendant job. This is like 2016. That's the year I got my passport, and I was like, "Yo, I want to go out the country, but what's close?" Mind you, I'm still paying for at this. I don't give. I'm not a flight attendant, so I'm a broke teacher's aide at this time. You know what I mean? So I'm like, where can I go that's cheap, close, that's also lit? I always heard Toronto was like dope. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a big basketball fan, so they got the Raptors, so I know I can see some basketball. So I was like, yo, I'm just go to Toronto. That was the first time I ever went viral because I went on Halloween and I went as Nino Brown. And when I tell you, man, it was the first time I ever went viral. I'm talking this 2016, and I'm talking about to this day now. If you go to that picture, it got about probably 7,000 likes. It was just crazy. Wesley Snipes, even himself, posted me. Like even he posted me that day. It was nuts. It was nuts out there. I shut Toronto the fuck down. Like it was crazy. So Toronto was my first trip, and I loved it. I love Toronto. I look at it like a people New Yorkers will be mad, but it's like a clean New York City. It's like a clean New York City. That's what it's like. You know what I mean? Toronto got the finest woman in the fucking world. I swear. Toronto's top five when it comes to women. Well, half of them look like Princess Jasmine. I'm telling you, Toronto women are bad. Listen, Tory Lanez, when you get out of jail, you're not coming back to the states, but you're gonna be fine though, because I got the finest fucking woman in Toronto. Drake, you don't got to come down here. I know you probably can't go to LA. Don't worry about it. You good. Toronto woman, fine as hell, boy. I tell you. I don't. Have you been there? Have you been to Toronto yet?
Nah, I never been, bro. I never. You been to a carnival up there yet?
I didn't go to Carnival. Every time I didn't go to Carnival, but I've been up there about 20 times. Haven't gone to Carnival, but I know it's something special, boy, because they fine up there, boy. Get to Toronto whenever you. That should be make that one of your trips, bro.
Come
I'm
on,
telling
crush,
you, go to Toronto, bro.
man. Come on, man.
That was the first time. Yeah, that was my first international trip. Yep. Look at this. Look at my look. You can't even see the words on this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
This junk. I got this junk is all be. I don't even. It don't even expire till 2016. It don't expire. Yeah, it don't expire till like September of next year. I'm about to get it done now. I don't even want to wait. I don't even want to wait.
Man, I feel you. I feel you. You know what? Since you throw out the passport out there, like you seem like a person that like to like bring something back from the country. Like, what's like the most like what you would call like the most unusual souvenir you ever brought back from like your travels? Like,
That's actually a great question. That's a great fucking question. Well, this wouldn't be the answer, but I got some chopsticks on the wall. Wait, let me see. I got some chopstick on the wall right here. I don't know if you can see from Japan. Can you see
man,
that? That's from Japan. This right here is a head wrap from Egypt. I got shoebox. I got shoebox as a souvenir. You know what I mean? But the most unusual thing I bought a orange from Greece. The orange, it wasn't from it was like in Greece, the trees is like coming out of, it's like, it's weird because it's like on the city streets. Like usually you'll see like in a garden or something. It's just on the city streets. I bought an orange. That's a great question, yo. Like that's a great question.
Hell yeah. And you've been to a lot of places, man. I seen matter of fact, speaking of Egypt, it's so funny, bro. It's just the vibe that you bring, man. For when y'all brother see his social profile, right? When y'all check out his profile, you can't do nothing. If you in a bad mood or even if you in a good mood, like you is all about positivity. You know what I'm saying? Like you did
Yeah,
you think
yeah.
you was dancing with the
Oh,
music out there?
with the yeah, the what's the names? Yeah, 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 yeah. They was
Yeah, you did your matter of fact, how was your just to shift gears, like because everybody had like a different Egypt experience. How was your experience there? I've heard horror stories and I've heard some kind of good stories, but everybody experience is different. But they say
what
that's the hustle capital of the world. That's what everybody said.
when I went to Egypt, I went for my birthday, and it was actually during Ramadan. So going to Egypt is 99.99% Muslim. So everybody there is practicing Ramadan. Everybody from the hotel clerk to the everybody, the horses they practice in Islam. Everybody they pray and everything. So like during Ramadan, like things aren't going to be as everything's a little more reserved. Like I was trying to go to strip club and shit out there. Like, oh no, not during Ramadan. Like it's so I feel like I probably didn't get the full Egypt experience because it was Ramadan. But the thing that shocked me about Ramadan, I mean, excuse me, about Egypt was probably the poverty level. That shocked me a lot. The poverty level. It's I was leaving out. I went to because the Nile River is in Egypt. They have a Nile River tour. I'm leaving out the tour at 12 a.m. Like at 12, it's 12 at night, and it's little kids. I'm talking 5, 6, 7. You know, asking for they out there. Their moms have them working. Little kids. I'm talking about little kids. You could be in your car. They jumping like on your windshield, asking for change. And it's like you gotta. It's like you really gotta use force to get them away from you. You know, my driver, my driver. No lie. Out of all the countries I've been to, the first time this happened, he was like, "Yo, you got some sneakers I can have?" I let my personal driver in Egypt. I let him have my sneakers. Um, cause I had there was some black Air Force Ones. You know how we feel about black Air Force Ones
Yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
country. But even still, like, but still, but I mean, to him, they were probably like some red bottoms to him. Probably meant the world to him. But yeah, like I like man, you can have them. They ain't nothing but no. I mean, they ain't like there was no fire, but like it's really bad. Even afterward, I left. He was writing me on Facebook like, "Can you give something? Can you give me like?" You know what I mean? So the poverty level there, that was probably one of the most shocking things. But other than that, man, them pyramids, bro. Oh my God, man. Man, I kissed the pyramid. I kissed real, what was it? Hieroglyphics. Like, I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, I learned a lot. I thought Memphis, Tennessee was the first Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis
Yeah.
in Egypt
Yep.
is the first Egypt. So like Sahara Desert. Like I went to this like the stuff you read. Man, I used to read about this in social studies. Now I'm here. Like it's this travel life is just unbelievable, man. I tell everybody, be a flight attendant, man. And it's a stigma about flight attendants when it comes to men. People say it's a woman job or people, it's a feminine job. You hear that, and I'm trying to keep my words, what I mean, safe as possible. Like, fuck that, man. You, bro, when you could go to the Cape Town, Africa for $50 round trip, who gives a fuck what people think? Take man, apply. I'm telling you, you would not. I tell everybody that you would not regret it. Since I started this job, I want to say at least I think I helped at least 5 or 6 people get a flight attendant job. Whether it was sending them the link when they was hiring, or just answering their questions, or just pushing them to do it. Like, yo, do it. So I helped at least 5 or 6, probably more than that. I can't even. It's not like something I keep track of. How many people I helped. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, it'd be one of the best decisions you ever made. Bro, man, like, and that's just my leisure trips, because you could be like you could be sent to that's all these countries I've been to. That's strictly leisure, because we don't go out. The only country we go to is Canada. So you can actually your favorite country that you already wanted to go to, that could actually be a work trip for you. So you don't even have to go for leisure. You know what I'm saying? Like that could just be a work trip. So you right now you're getting paid to be in Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, apply. You won't regret it. And also, you might have a sorry if I'm going on a tangent.
Nah, you
I know a lot of people who have kids, like small kids, so they can't be a flight attendant. They can't be away from home 5 days at a time, or you know what I mean, 4 days at a time. They be a gate agent. You could be a gate agent or a ramp agent. They get the same benefits. They get flight benefits, and you'll go home every day. You'll go home every day, and if you off 4 days, you could go take a trip. So you don't have to be a flight attendant to get flight benefits. You could be a gate agent. You could be a ramp agent, and still live a life, baby.
hell yeah.
So yep, I would highly recommend it.
I'm very interested, brother, to like just dive into like how you find your experiences, right? Because you said it's all leisure, so like, which leads me to my next question, like, how do you choose your travel destinations? Is it about history, the people, or something else that draws you in?
That is a great question. How do I pick when I'm going? Well, a lot goes into that. Like for instance, it depends how many days I got off. So like let's say I got 3 days off. Right? With 3 days off, because I gotta give myself at least a day to get back home. Like I gotta all right, so let's say I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I gotta be to work Thursday. If I gotta be at work Thursday, I'm not trying to get home on Wednesday. Like I want to be home settled on Wednesday so I could be ready for work on Thursday. So I could probably take a 1 day trip. So for a 1 day trip, I'm not going somewhere that's 15 hours. You know what I mean, for 1 day. So I might go somewhere at the max. If it's a 1 day trip, maybe max like 9 hours. It could be in what? How do I pick it? Like coming to America. Remember he was what they do? How did Pierce like King pick where they was going between Queens and what's the name? What they do? Did he spin the globe or flip a coin? I can't remember.
He spent the globe, but he liked
He's,
the way it sound too.
yeah,
Queen.
yeah, yeah. Queens. Nah, but it might be something I seen on Instagram. I'm still a fan of things like what made me pick Ghana. I went to Ghana for my birthday last week. And how did I come across that? I'm like, I saw the massages and they was like big muscle men. Like I'm talking about these dudes look like Dwayne Johnson rubbing a woman down by the waterfall. Ain't no man rubbing me down unless you know a fitness trainer. I'm playing basketball. I twist the ankle or something like that. So I wasn't letting Dwayne Johnson rub me down. So I'm like, they doing that for if they got that for women, they gotta have some girls for the men. So I'm like, man, that'd be raw. And I ain't see nobody do it for my birthday. That'd look so dope. So that's how I picked Ghana. I mean, for instance, when I went to Japan, like I just always wanted to go to an Asian country. So it just mattered like things I seen as a kid that looked dope. Like what made me pick Iceland? I pick Iceland simply because I don't know nobody that went to Iceland. I don't know no black, especially black. I don't know nobody that ever been to Iceland. So I'm like, I could be the only person I ever known that went to Iceland. I know other people don't know a lot of people that have been to Iceland. So sometimes I might I'm not the first one to go there, but I might be the first one that somebody that followed me ever seen in Iceland. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it could be that. It's just a lot of different reasons. One of my goals is actually to see all 50 states. I'm at 36 right now. So my inspiration to go to the states is simply to cross all checks, to cross all states out. And I want to see 40 countries by 40. I'm not going to say my age. I'll tell you like offline, but my last one was 23, so I got 17 more countries. I'm gonna just say in a small amount of years. Um, you know what I mean? It could be a lot of different reasons. I'm like, why did I wanted to go to Italy just to say I ate pizza in Italy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I
I,
mean?
I want I want people to know this though, like for those that may be on a budget or maybe not even on a budget, right? And you want to go to multiple countries, like he already brought up Italy, so like Europe is a continent that you can travel to, for very reasonable rates once
Mm,
you inside the country. The same thing in South America, if you fly into Panama, you fly into Colombia, you can go to Ecuador, you can go to Peru, you can go to Chile for very cheap. Once you get to that continent, you can. I mean, the world is yours, basically.
yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you said that because I've done that twice. Sometimes you could like, all right, so I flew into Amsterdam. Now, mind you, and let me just a little fun fact about me if you don't know, and some people don't believe it, but I've never smoked or drank in my life. Like I've never smoked or drank. The most only Henny I ever had was Henny Wings, and I don't even think I ain't even want that. I think I told him to hold it, but like I never smoked or drink. So for me being in Amsterdam, most people go to Amsterdam to smoke or drink. All I needed was 24 hours there because I don't do none of that. Did 24 hours in Amsterdam. Paris is only like 2.5 hours away by train, not a plane, by train. It's 2.5 hours away. You think I'm not gonna scratch off 2 countries? But you know what I mean? So I spent 24 hours in Amsterdam. I woke up, I want to say 9 a.m., went over to the train station. Nice little train ride. This ain't like no New York train. These are like a train, like this is like, you know what I mean? I don't want to say fancy. It's, you know what I mean? You get a nice little, you get served snacks on there, you get drinks on there. It's like a real train, like a nice little set up, organized train ride. You know what I mean? This is not a train ride you're gonna see a fight on, or you know what I mean, you could just jump on. Like it's not like that. I was actually funny. I was actually it's a cool story. What's his name? That X Extension that passed away that got killed. You know the rapper. He's from Florida. X
Yeah,
Extension.
yeah, XX Takashi, six
Not
Takashi,
Takashi.
XX Nation or something like
X.
that.
Yeah, yeah, him.
Something like that.
His mom was actually on the train with me to Paris the whole
Come
time.
on.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying, come on. Yeah,
Oh
man,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. His mom was right next to me on the train. Um, how we started talking. We just started. I don't know. I'm a friendly person, so like, hey, your first time? Yeah, my first time. And I noticed she had like she had some fly stuff on. Real, I got me a Nike bag. She got her like a Louis, what's the name? So it just looked like. So I'm just like, what you do? Like you know what I mean? I'm curious what you do. You know, you never know who you sitting next to. That's networking. Sitting next to somebody, you just ask what they do. Not even on some nosy shit, but you don't know. That could be a life changing conversation. She said, "Well, you know, my son, I'm over handling some business. I forgot what she said, but that was his mom. And when we landed in Paris because she had a personal like a bag handler waiting for her in Paris, but he was late. So I said I'll carry a bag to your car to the rented car, whatever, like the hotel shuttle. She let me get in the car with her in Paris and everything, ride with her. Mind you, I'm staying in some rinky dink. What's the name? And I'm gonna get into that too about hotels. Like you know, trying to be on a budget. She made my I was gonna have to catch an Uber to my hotel. She made her personal driver drive me to my hotel. But yeah, so that's like I said, I was able to scratch off 2 countries on the same trip. Also, when I went to Egypt, a lot of people don't know Greece is a 2-hour flight. Greece only 2 hours. So I went from north to Greece. I stayed about 8 hours to see the Acropolis and all that. That's all I needed to see. Got on my flight to Egypt. So look at that, 2 trips. You can see for some people, Greece is a dream vacation. I was
yeah.
able, and it was cheap too. It was the Greece to Egypt was a very cheap flight. It's only like 2 hours. It wasn't expensive at all. I think it was under like 200 something like that on Egyptian Air. So do that. That's something you should look into. Look at when you book a trip. Look at surrounding countries that's nearby. You know things like that. You might not need a plane. Like I said, it could be a train ride. You know what I mean?
We
What's
not
the next? Huh?
we not we I can't let you get past Ghana, my boy. We gotta talk about this, my boy. You know we got to talk about my boy.
What's up?
My boy
What
hit
up?
me with that Prince Akeem eating food off of boy. You had a human platter. How the hell you was able to get that set up, my bro?
Man, so
Talk about a dope scene, bro.
so for the people that don't know, if you go to my page, it's like one of the first latest posts. So in Ghana, I had a little photo shoot with a African queen. I was eating food off her back, and I was remaking a classic picture. Now, if you Google Eddie Murphy, rooftop model, you're gonna see this picture that I remade. But it came out that that's not really Eddie Murphy. That's what they say. It was in a magazine or something. It looks just like Eddie Murphy. It looked just like him. But is it him or not? I don't know. But When I saw that, I said, "Yo, I gotta remake that. That shit is ill. I never seen nothing like that. This dude is eating off a chick's back. You know what I mean? Like, so I said, I want to make that. I tried to do it for like the past 3 years, because not only do you need the girl, but you need the table, you need the whole. You gotta, you know what I mean? You need the whole hookup. You know what I mean? So when I knew I was going to Ghana, I found this driver. I'm like, listen, I'm coming to Ghana. He said, okay. He's a tour guy, whatever. I said, listen, I need you to find me a girl out there that's willing to remake this picture. I sent him a pic. He said, I know a girl that'll do it. I ain't gonna lie. He sent me one girl at first. I was like, nah, she ain't it. She was kind of weak. I said, nah, we ain't gonna do that. She gotta be a baddie. She gotta be a baddie. I ain't like the first one. He said, okay, I got another one. Her? Alright. She cute. I like her. She got a little dimple. Like she was it. So I said, all right, tell her we making this happen. And I came there. We got the food, we got the table, everything. You know what I mean? She had to get naked and everything. You know what I mean? And I'm eating off her back, so I ain't gonna sit here and act like I ain't break her off like she did it off the love. I ain't gonna lie and cap on here. So you know what I mean? I blessed her on the humble with something nice. You know what I mean? Because like I said, she had to get naked up there. She had to really, and you know what I mean? She had to really stand still and do this, and you know what I mean? She had to, and of course, obviously, she had to look right, so she had to make sure her hair was what's her name? Um, and we made it happen. And I made sure, you know, me I made sure her back was nice. You know what I mean? I washed her back real good. I'll leave it there, but I washed her back real good before we went onto the roof, and that was it. And that junk did numbers. That junk did numbers, like I think like right now I got like 60 comments, and I still got people. It had like 50 shares, and so you know what I mean. It did I. I'm happy. I really wanted to do it. So I'm like, yo, I really did something I really wanted to do. I'm looking for another picture now. You know, find me another picture, a dope picture like that. So for next year for my birthday, I could do it. That's gonna maybe I could be my thing. Just
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here
you
first.
know what I mean. So if you see any dope picture like that, you know what I mean, let me know, and I can make it happen. We couldn't find. We actually we tried to do, because if you look at the picture, they had like a red and white. Don't know the traditional picnic cloth. We couldn't find it, so that was said. I said, you know what? Fuck that. We in Africa. Let's get something that represents Africa. So that's actually it worked out good. I'm glad I couldn't find that. I'm glad I couldn't find that picnic cloth, because I think that the Africa cloth worked out way better. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, it did, bro. You know,
Yeah.
leads me to my next question. Like, like what? I bet you nobody never asked you this before. I'm gonna hit you. What has travel taught you? About yourself that you didn't know, before. What has travel taught you about yourself that you didn't know before?
It taught me that that's a good question. You got me stumped, man. You the next Arsenio. I would say that it taught me one, that I'm able to do things alone. It taught me that I
Mm,
don't need, because I've had some, like, out of all the, like I said, out of the 23 countries that I've been to, I think I've had somebody with me on. In the Bahamas, I had somebody with me. It might have been like two, maybe three. So it taught me that, I can have a good time alone. It taught me. It also taught me, like, because I've been on trips alone. Like, I went there alone, and when I got there, I met somebody else alone. We mobbing together the whole trip. My first time I ever went to Dominican Republic, I went dolo. Don't know nobody there. At my hotel, I meet some guy from Brooklyn. He like, I'm alone. I'm with my homies. Next thing you know, I'm hanging with them the whole time. And you know what I mean? So it taught me that I know how to network. It taught me that I know like adapt. And that's pretty. I'm sure it's probably more if I really think. You know what I mean? That's probably the answer I'm gonna think of once we're done. But that's what it taught me. It taught me that, I mean, I can adapt. I know how to network, and also it taught me that I need to learn a second language. You know what I mean?
talked
Because
about the offline.
yeah, that's something I need to learn for real. But overall, man, the things I've learned, like, I actually plan on writing a book. I want to write a book eventually, about all of my travels. Cause man, when I tell you, man, like, it's just, honestly, I forget about some of the places that I've been to. Like I forget that like it's just so dope because like one of the toughest questions is where is your favorite country? Like what's your favorite country? And it's like, man, it's no way I can answer that. That's like asking me what's like I would have to narrow it to like a top five or something. It's too hard. You know what I mean? Like the mud bath in Colombia. That junk felt amazing, but could
Well,
it
yeah,
fuck with could
spoken
it
spoken to
could
two. Shout out to Cartagena.
in Cartagena? Yeah, I did the mud bath in Cartagena. That jump felt amazing. Like that was one of the coolest things. Climbing up a volcano and bathing in mud. But also I didn't believe it or not, I didn't get no fornication, no cheeks in Colombia. Like, you know what I mean? That's people like that's you know what I mean? So then there's countries where I did get stuff, you know what I mean? And it might not have been nothing to do. Like let's be for real. What's to do in DR? Aside from women, it's nothing to do in DR. Like tell me, like I mean, like shit on the beach. Like the DR doesn't have that one thing. Like I, for instance, Ghana has the massage waterfall. El Salvador has the bike ride in the sky. Did you do that when you went?
Yeah, and the rain. No, I did the rainbow slide.
That yeah. So El Salvador got the rainbow slide. Egypt got the pyramids.
Right. Peru got Machu Picchu. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Iceland got the lagoons. Tell
yeah,
me something that DR has.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but they got the woman. So it's you know what I mean. Like, um, who else have I got? Like, it was another country I was about to say. Like Jamaica got the Dunn's River Fall. Have you been in Jamaica before?
No, it's on the list, bro. It's on the list.
Go to Jamaica. Jamaica got a yeah. Go to Jamaica. Go to Jamaica. So that's hard. But I'm definitely before the interview's over. I definitely want to give like my top five favorite countries that I've ever been to.
Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. We gonna get into that after this one here. Now this one here, I'm gonna throw it at you, bro. Like one of the things that you do that I love that you do, man, the music that you attach to your carousel reels is always on point.
Oh
But
no,
if you had to pick, if you had to pick a theme song for your travels, what would it be?
just overall, like
Just overall theme song for how you travel, how you move globally.
man, I wish I had my other phone here. This one of my favorite songs in the world, man. I think, and it was cheesy. There was a cheese. Not I don't want to say cheesy, but they wasn't looking at they wasn't really a respected rap group when they were out in their day in the '90s. But those hip hop purists, they wasn't respected by them. Set Adrift on Memory Bliss by PM Dawn. Do you know what that is?
I gotta listen. I gotta
You
listen.
know, no, you know it when you hear it.
I know it when I hear it.
You don't got nothing. You can play nothing off right now.
Nah.
Damn. Soon as you hear it, soon as you this it's the most sampled. The song that is sampled got to be the most sampled song in history. All right, I'm gonna say this. You might wait. Hold on. Dun 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 dun. You know this
As much as
is true. It samples that. You know the song. You know Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. I know that
I
that this much is true. So it samples that song, and it's just so like it's just like man, like it's just so cool and relaxing, and that the beat, the flow, it's just like man. I just feel like I'm going down a warp of a to my. You know how like Mario was that Mario like when you used to jump down and you could like a jump down.
get on in the tunnel. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah. And then you a whole different level. I feel like when that song come on, I'm going down like a tunnel to a whole different country. So that's
Yeah,
that's what I would pick.
hell, got you, bro. Got you.
Yeah,
We gonna shift gears into that top five, man.
yeah.
Top five.
Top five
Dive
country.
into it. Let's that top five. Out of all the countries you've been to, bro, you can't go six. You gotta go five. Give me the top five countries right now.
Oh, I'm glad you ain't say Mount Rushmore. Woo, because everybody doing their little Mount Rushmore. I you know if I had to do top five, I'm gonna say Ghana. And this is not these countries. I'm gonna say is for all. It's not for particular. It's just combined everything. I'm gonna say Ghana. I'm gonna say Does that have to be countries?
Nah, you do whatever you want, man. Travel is travel, man.
Exactly, and stop sleeping on. I wish people would stop sleeping on domestic travel, man. Stop sleeping on domestic travel. It's 50 states here, and bro, they're beautiful, man. Like the same way we're dying to go to those countries, the people over there dying to get here because it's a gold mine of beauty here. Don't sleep on domestic travels, bro. Like domestic travel was what made me fall in love with traveling. Like it's my first trip to California that made me fall in love with it. You know what I mean? Like don't sleep on domestic travel. Actually, my top five. Here we go. I'm gonna go with Ghana. I'm gonna say Hawaii. Ghana, Hawaii. Let's say we could say Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town, South Africa. That's three. Um, what else have I gone to? Japan. Japan. I'll say Japan. And then I'm gonna have to go with man. I'm gonna have to go with what the fuck? I'll just say just because of that bicycle ride in the sky. I'll just say I'll say El Salvador because I can't believe I did that. Like, and that's something I saw online. Like, I'm like, what the? Yeah, so I'll say El Salvador.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
say El Salvador.
El Salvador, man. Shout out to El Salvador making that list, man.
Absolutely, that's young.
The president, he's kind of cleaning everything up, so people can feel safe to go there. Actually, it went from a level 4 when I went. Now it's down to hell. It's damn near 1 now. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, El Salvador. Yeah, they got them the fuck out of there. Like they
it's military everywhere.
yeah they it's like killing their tourism.
Yeah,
People scared to come there, so hotels ain't making money and that a lot of the countries. That's why that's why it's so much easier for us to go there than it is for a lot of them countries, people from those countries to come here because they need our tourism money. So you know what I mean. So it got to be safe.
thanks.
I forget about Brazil. Brazil. Out of all the out of all the countries I've been to, if I had to narrow it down to the top three women, shit, I'm gonna say Brazil, fucking Toronto, Brazil, Toronto. Man, it's some nice. It's man, it's man, it's just too many, yo. I'll probably go Cape Town. Cape Town got some bad drinks in Cape Town, yo.
Come on.
Cape Town, Africa is serious, bro. If you ain't been to the motherland, you gotta get to the motherland. You gotta get to the motherland.
I just want to share that out there. If y'all listening, y'all know I always promote this. I'm not an affiliate. The Melanated Traveler is not an affiliate, but I like to promote it. Like if you're from the Lost Tribe and you can't go too far back in your family, and you really want to know where you're from, you know what I mean? You can take a paternal test or a maternal test on your father or your dad's side, and to know what tribe in Africa that you come from. And I'm proud to say that I just recently did the test, and I'm actually my DNA is shared with the Fulani people in Nigeria, man. I cried like a baby when I found out. So
Yeah,
that link will be in the bio as well for y'all to go ahead on and check that out. AfricanAncestry.com. AfricanAncestry.com.
that's something I want to look into because I'm not to get into that realm or what's the name. I say I'm African. I say I'm African because at the end of the day, African is called motherland because with it was the mother of civilization. At the end of the day, if you black, you're from Africa. And when I hear other like when I hear like if you talk to I'm born in Jersey, but if you talk to a Puerto Rican born in Jersey, have you ever heard him? He's not gonna say I'm Puerto Rican American. You know what he's gonna say? He's gonna say I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah. The only people that I feel like you brought up about Dominican Republic, and I would love to share that, like just have our own little snippet on the platform to share that, like the colorism in Dominican Republic, because
Yeah.
you talk to a lot of people that's Dominican, and they'll tell you, well, I'm not black.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's a difference between ethnicity and race, my brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I don't want nobody to think when I said what is it to do in DR that I'm dissing it because DR, shit, I've been there 2, 3 times. I love DR, but what I'm saying is they don't have like a marquee signature thing that you probably can't get from other islands. That's what I mean.
right.
But DR is a beautiful place. I wouldn't advise going there with your girlfriend if you're in a relationship. You know what I mean?
or
Yeah.
vice versa. Don't sleep on these women because they've been doing these girl trips way longer than we didn't started getting together
You
now.
got another hour? You got
Let's
another hour?
let's go ahead on and call that out. They've been doing these girl trips way longer, and trust me,
Listen,
trust
man, listen. I could go on an hour about stories I heard about the passport sisters. Listen, when I was in Jamaica, the driver told me I dropped girls off. My Jamaican accent terrible. He said I dropped the girls off, and they don't want to pay me. They invite me to the up in their room to say I pay you a different way. Like they going to Jamaica to get their back broke. You know what I mean? And I don't want to generalize. Of course, obviously, this is not all, but listen, man, Stella ain't the only one that got her groove back in Jamaica. All right,
hey,
so you know what I mean. But yeah, so chicks is that. I mean, I put it like this, man. If dudes is out there smashing, women and men ain't really too much different when it comes to like behavior. I mean, when it comes to like emotional things like that, we're totally different. And but when it comes to like behavior, men are just a little more. Women are a little more discreet about things, but it's really the same. When we get if it's a festival going on in the city, we want to get a haircut. We want to get a nice outfit on to go get some chicks. They like, oh well, I want to go. I'm getting cute because I know it's dudes there. They just like we want to go see chicks. They want to see. They want to get cute for the dudes. It's really no different. Yeah, man. If your girl goes to, you know what Miami stands for morals isn't as much important. That's how I made up, right? So Vegas, Jamaica, Miami, Vegas, and Jamaica. Those three things. Jamaica. Wait. Uh, no, my bad.
I
What's
was
the
in Dominican Republic too.
DR for women? I don't know. I don't know, man. But I don't know about women getting cracked in Dominican Republic because the most unless it's American men they talking about, yeah. But I don't think women are going there for Dominican men. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Uh, women have a thing for Jamaican men, but I don't think a vast majority woman. I want you know what I mean. I don't think they're going. You know what I mean? So and then like in Vegas and Miami, they going for American men. You know, you got the rappers in town, the drug dealers in town. You know what I mean? So that's how that go. But I will tell you now, fellas, if you go to bro in Sasua, they got dudes that sell antibiotics right on the corner because they know it's like it's crazy in Sasua. You ever been? You been to DR?
No, I've been to DR, but I was on the Punta Cana side, man. I never had a chance to go to.
Yes, Sasua different, bro. It is, bro. I've never seen it, and I've been to I've never seen anything like Sasua. The only place I've seen like Sasua was this block in the Philippines, and it's a lot of almost say it's pretenders out there. There's a lot of pretenders out there on that block, but
Yeah.
in DR though, I'm talking about chicks. You could be standing on the corner with your homeboys, and a chick will walk right up and just grab your meat. Like, what's your name, Poppy? Where you staying at?
Man,
Okay, you right there. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go to your place right now. That's how they are, bro. They straight grabbing meat out there. It's not. I'm talking about. It's just crazy, bro. I'm talking about in every. Nah, I ain't gonna say. 90% of the women out there, 90% is selling it. All you gotta do is just ask for the number, get their WhatsApp, and say, "Yo, look, I'm trying to see you before I go." Says lie. I'll leave tonight. I'll leave tonight. Or no, excuse me. I'll leave in the morning. I'm trying to see you before I go. Okay, they gonna ask. They gonna ask. Okay, what do I get? Or okay, they just throw their price out, whatever. That's how it is. But I didn't. Mind you, this I didn't buy nothing. This is what all my friends were saying. I didn't buy nothing. But yeah. But I will give my fellows that's watching this. These are three rules, man. Cause I got a crazy story. There's three rules when you go to Brazil, Colombia, DR, stuff like that, bro. Never ever let them see where your money is. Never ever let them see you pulling out money or counting money. Never let them see where your money is. Number two, bro, don't let them spend a night. Cause if you spend a night, that leaves you vulnerable, bro. Like that, unless you've been in jail before, you've been in prison before, you know how to sleep with one eye open because you used to, you know what I mean, not wanting to get stabbed by an enemy. Don't let them spend a night because like they're fast, bro. They're fast. I'm talking about like I'm a like so I know this dude, right? I'm saying this story. I know this dude, he went to DR, right? It was an old white man I was talking to. Mind you, this is before I even went to DR. I was like, man, DR's like that. I was like a fan, just like a kid trying to go to Disney World. I never been to DR. All I heard was stories. So this white man said, yeah, he was telling me about it. He said, just be careful. He let the girl spend the night. He woke up in the middle of the night because he heard her going. He heard the girl going through his pants. He was like, yo. He said he grabbed the arm. He said, if you grab my arm, no. He said if you don't. So basically, the girl had his wallet or his money. One of them. I can't remember this. That was just like 10 years ago. But basically, she had his valuables. He grabbed her up. She said, "Let me go, or I'm gonna uh tell that you raped me." That she was like underage or something. Like, but she wasn't. But she said she was gonna lie or something like that and said that he raped her something. And but the thing about this is the cops out there are on the girl's side. This is what they do. The cops are on the girl's side. So the cops should know that he didn't. The cops should know that it was consensual. You know what I mean? But what they do is at this point it's extortion. Now the cops are going to extort you. So the cops going to say, give her extra 100, give each of us 100, and now you good. If you don't want to give that, okay, then they're gonna play with you. You know what I mean? Or they might lock you up. You got to know who you're dealing with. Like, you know what I mean? When it comes to the prices, have that written in your phone, in your notepad, or record her saying how much. Record her, cause she'll tell you before y'all get to your room. Okay, I'll do it for 60. But then when y'all done, no, I said 100. And guess what, baby? I got you on camera saying it. You know what I mean? Like chicks that do stuff like that. I've heard all kind of stories, man. They after you get your rocks off, now they want to up. Now they want to extra. No, I didn't say 60. I said 100. No, you said 60. You know what I mean? Never don't like some stuff is like just already. Like make sure you get a good like drink before they get there, before you know what I mean, drink because they put shit in drinks, obviously. Don't stay and definitely if you bringing like two over, definitely be careful when it comes to bringing two, because you only got two eyes and this you dealing with, you know what I mean, now you're dealing with four hands. So never leave the room for like longer than 30 seconds. Put your stuff where it can't be reached. You got cabinets.
Matter of fact, most Airbnbs just to let everybody know, most Airbnbs and hotels have safes you can put your stuff in.
Absolutely, yep, yep. And if they don't, then guess what? Most of them going to be short. They can't reach it. They can't reach the top. They can't reach the cabinets. Okay, you know what I mean. And if they're trying to get up there, obviously, I'm sure you'll see them if they get a chair and try to reach the cabinets. You know what I mean. Um, and plate like you know what I mean. And like I said, man, get your rocks off and tell them to go. Don't do no spend a night. You know what I mean? Get your 30 minutes or whatever, because 30 minutes anything can happen. You never. Oh, and please don't ever always don't go to their spots. Don't go to their house. They say come to my house. Don't go to their house. Like it's crazy. Like they have like it'd be like they have somebody like you just this you just be careful with that, man. Like, and don't fall in love. I shouldn't have to tell you that. These girls are you're not would you if you're not if you wouldn't cuff a prostitute in fucking Dallas, why are you cuffing one from Dominican Republic? Why?
Don't
Like
be a
they are,
passport pookie, man.
huh?
Don't be a passport pookie.
Don't be a passport pookie. And there are good girls out there. Like there are girls out there. I'm talking about like regular working class girls with dignity and pride, with careers and stuff. There are good girls. So if you want to get you a regular, like there are good girls out there. I mean, obviously black girls are my preference. So I would recommend you get one. But every girl out there isn't selling a box. You know what I mean? Just be careful how you approach them, because you don't want to. You approach a girl, she might be a fucking banker, and you going up to her asking her, yo, I telling her you got $60 or something. Like she smacked the shit out. She's gonna call her cousin that was in the that got almost got drafted by the MLB, so they know how to swing a bat very well. So be fucking careful. Every girl out there, you gotta know how to use your words and stuff, man. It ain't just I don't care where you at. It's all about how you say it. Yo, how much? No, how about how what I'm only here for a few days. I would love some quality time with you. Something like that. You know what I mean? But don't just come at a chick crazy. Like, and I don't care where you at. Detroit, Dallas, Newark, Dominican Republic, Aruba, anywhere. Should always come with respect. You know what I mean? Like, always. Facts.
Facts, man. So you got people that's that's on the fence right now after listening to our conversation that want to get out there and explore, but they still on the fence and they need that extra push. What would be your message to them right now to get them to just take that leap of faith and just go out there and just start exploring, whether that be domestic or international? What would be your message to the people right
I mean, I would say this. We talking right now, every second that goes by, we getting closer to your repass, my brother or sister. This shit is like, man, listen, this shit is not promised, bro, at all. Like it is not. Um the 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 life expectancy for black men is lowering every year. You know what I mean? So I'll be damned if my city is the only thing I see before I go. This world got too much to offer. You know what I mean? So, like you just like you just gotta go for it, man. Like you gotta just like you man, don't you wanna taste some food you probably can't get in your city? You know what I mean? Do some activities you can't you're not getting them. You're not taking a volcano mud bath in Harlem. Like, you know what I mean? You're not doing that. So I would say, yo, just go for it, man, cause like, Earth is your turf, you know what I mean? So just get out there. Like I said, it could be a day trip. Well, nah, if don't get me wrong, I'm a flight attendant, so I'd be lying if I tell you that somebody should be paying full price to take a day trip. That's misleading. But you know what I mean. It's so many different ways to travel. Before I got the flight attendant job, I was using this. What was it called? I can't remember. But it was like after it was like
now? Sky scanner,
not Skyscanner. It's like a I forgot what it was called.
skip lag, skip lag,
Say it again.
skip lag.
Well, but basically what it was like, for instance, like I used it, I think, when I went to Seattle. I think the ticket to Seattle was 400, but I didn't pay 400 up close. I mean, I didn't pay 400 altogether. I broke it down into four payments. So it's definitely ways to go about
PayPal for me, PayPal now. That's
stuff
before
stuff like
clearance.
that.
Yeah, PayPal
You got
still was
stuff like
accepted.
that. Look up uh Google Flights is great. Sky, I think, did you say Skyscanner?
Yep, Sky Scanner. You got going.
Skyscanner.
That used to be Scott's Chiefs flights. Now it's called going.
Yeah, like so it's all different kind of things, man. But like I just know that like for me, I don't smoke or drink, like I said before. So like my escape is to escape. You know what I mean? That's my escape. I get a high off. We will be landing in 12 minutes. Please put up your tray. Like put up your tray and buckle your seatbelt. Like I love it. So just I mean I can't really express it more. Like you just gotta just go for it because you know um and I got so many stories. Like I got a story for every city. Like you're gonna have grandkids and well, I can't say you're gonna have it, but you may have grandkids one day, and don't you want them to sit on your lap and you tell them about that time you had the hitchhiker ride in fucking in Arizona because like I really had to I went to like that was one of my favorite never that was domestic and that was one of my favorite. Like Arizona was so dope. Like I went ATV and at my friend she was at work, so she wasn't getting off for like another 5-6 hours, so she couldn't come get me. I had to this is like a straight hillbilly. Like I'm talking about a hillbilly. I think he had overalls on and I'm like, listen, man, I'm stuck. I need like he drove me back to where I had to get because my friend couldn't pick me up. She couldn't get off work like she thought she would. So like, it's just, man, so like, I just love. They ever see that meme? It's like a meme of The Simpsons. It's like all kids sitting around and the old guy is telling a story. So I just like to have stories to tell because it's more conversations and just it's just a wonderful feeling. Some people totally fine like for them their escape is going to a local bar, and everybody got their own thing, but I can't express to you the feeling of getting a massage by a waterfall, or what I mean, like eating real chopsticks in Japan. Like I made my own sushi. Like we had a sushi class. I went to a sushi class in Japan. I saw Mount Fiji. Like all the stuff you read about in history books is real. Now you can really you can go see the stuff you learned about. It's a wonderful feeling. So try it. Like I said, you don't have to be a flight attendant. You could be a gate agent. You could be a ramp agent, or you could simply save your money and go do it. That's what I was doing. I was going like don't try to like you'll lose your mind trying to keep up with these social media influencers and stuff. If you can only take 2 trips a year, then do that. I mean, don't go poor and ended up having to, sleep somewhere in couch hop or fucking, sleep in the local YMCA or something because you wanted to keep up with the Joneses of social media and take 8 trips a year. If you can only take two, then do that. Just make the most of it. Make the most of it. When I go take a trip, I don't. I'm only go to my room to sleep and to get some ass if I'm getting ass. But if I'm not in my hotel room, that's why it doesn't matter to me because I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm up. I'm not here. I'm only here for 3 days. You think I'm gonna wake up at 12 p.m.? You think I'm gonna get my day started at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. and I'm only here for 3 days? I'm up at 6 a.m. starting that first excursion at 7. I'm trying to do as much as I can. And I'm not going into my room until probably 3 at night. So if you only take 2 trips a year, take the 2 trips and don't go to sleep. Sleep on the plane. That's what the plane is for. That's why I like window seats. I sleep on the plane. I don't sleep on my trips. I'm here
Hell,
for a short time and I make the most of it.
hell
So,
yeah. Yeah,
yep.
man. Y'all heard it here first, man. I want to take this time, brother, to go ahead on and share out, blast out all your social handles. How can we follow you? How can we support you? Because I know I brought up your book in the beginning, man. How can we go on and get a copy of that thing? Just I want to take this time for you to blast out all your social handles, anything that you want to blast.
Yeah. So my Instagram is Naim. That's NAIMTHY Dream. My Twitter is Naim the Dream. Instead of a Y and die, it's just the. And that's pretty much it. Both my books on Amazon. My name should probably be. I don't know if it's gonna be somewhere probably on a page.
Yeah,
Type
it's
my
gonna
name in
be
Amazon. It's the first thing that'll come up. Follow me. I follow everybody back as long as you're not pregnant or in a relationship. Everybody else can get followed back. And that's it. Hit me up if like I said, man, I'm always down to travel. I travel most of the time solo. So I'm always down to if we somewhere, let's do it, man. I'm with whatever. Another thing too, when it comes to traveling, don't limit yourself. Cause I do I'm the type of we could do museum in the morning. We could do ATV in the afternoon, strip club at night. I do everything, bro. Everything. Like my itineraries is any country you going to, any state you going to, somebody did a blog there. Things to do in fucking West Bubblefuck. Somebody made a list, somebody made a video. Another thing, type in this unusual or hidden gems, and you'll see stuff you're not going to see the average stuff. So put hidden gems in Seattle, unusual things to do in fucking Greece, whatever. So Google's your friend, man. Yeah, hit me up. Let's talk travel. Let's talk life. And that's it, man. And shout out to you too. Shout out
man.
to you.
Much love, much respect, brother.
Absolutely.
Like I say, man, I appreciate you having you on the platform, and y'all already know my motto. I'll see y'all at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Peace. Y'all have a good one.
You already bet. Peace, bro.